Can too much self-awareness make you miserable? Know yourself. That's what every self-help book, therapist, and motivational speaker tells you. But what if knowing yourself too well is exactly what's making you unhappy? Let's face an uncomfortable truth. Can too much self-awareness turn into a curse? 1. The double-edged sword of self-awareness. Self-awareness is supposed to be a superpower. It helps you understand your emotions, your patterns, your triggers. It's the foundation of emotional intelligence. But here's what no one tells you. When self-awareness becomes over-awareness, you stop living and start analyzing every thought, feeling, and action. You don't just feel sad. You ask, why am I sad? Is this childhood trauma? Am I processing this correctly? Instead of experiencing life, you're stuck watching yourself live it. 2. When reflection turns into obsession. There's a fine line between healthy reflection and mental paralysis. Too much self-awareness leads to overthinking, self-criticism masked as growth, fear of making the wrong emotional move, constantly questioning your motives. You become trapped in your head, narrating your life instead of living it. Awareness without balance leads to anxiety, doubt, and exhaustion. 3. The rise of hyper-self-improvement culture. We live in a world obsessed with fixing ourselves. Journaling every emotion, analyzing every relationship, watching endless psychology videos. Yes, even this one, it feels productive. It feels like growth. But sometimes, it's just perfectionism in disguise. You start believing, I need to heal before I deserve happiness. There's always something wrong with me to fix. And that's when self-awareness becomes self-punishment. 4. The trap of identity analysis. Ever catch yourself thinking, is this really me, or is this a trauma response? Do I actually like this, or was I conditioned to? These are valid questions, until they consume every decision you make. When you dissect your identity too much, you lose spontaneity, joy, and even your sense of self. You become a project, not a person. 5. Analysis paralysis. Thinking instead of living. The more you know about psychology, trauma, attachment styles, the easier it is to overdiagnose yourself. Is this boundary or avoidance? Am I being authentic or people-pleasing? Is this intuition or anxiety? You get stuck in endless mental loops, afraid to act without fully understanding every layer of your psyche. But here's the truth. You can't think your way to peace. Sometimes, living without dissecting is healthier than endless introspection. 6. When mindfulness becomes mind traps. Even mindfulness, meant to bring calm, can turn into hyper-awareness. You start monitoring every breath, every thought, judging yourself for being too reactive or not healed enough. The quest to be constantly aware can make you hyper-vigilant, turning peace into pressure. Awareness without compassion becomes a prison. 7. Signs you're drowning in self-awareness. You overanalyze every emotion before allowing yourself to feel it. You delay decisions, waiting to be fully aligned. You fear being unhealed, so you isolate. You constantly question your authenticity. You feel guilty for experiencing negative emotions. You consume endless self-help content but feel stuck. If this sounds familiar, you're not broken. You're just stuck in awareness mode. 8. How to escape the self-awareness trap. Accept that imperfection is inevitable. Stop waiting to be fully healed before living. Limit overconsumption of self-help. Sometimes action heals more than analysis. Reconnect with experiences, not explanations. Feel without needing to define everything. Practice self-compassion over self-critique. Awareness should soften you, not harden you. Allow yourself to be unaware. Sometimes not everything needs to be processed. Self-awareness is powerful, but too much of anything becomes poison. When knowing yourself turns into judging yourself, when growth becomes obsession, you lose the very peace you were searching for. So, can too much self-awareness make you miserable? Yes, if you forget to simply be. You don't need to fix every part of you to deserve joy. Sometimes, the most healing thing you can do is live without overthinking it. Subscribe to Pick 2 Peak for more uncomfortable truths about the mind. Not just pick me, but pick your mind.